Hey guys, DK13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. In the last episode, we fought and defeated Arcturus, and unfortunately again for us, Miyako came and, surprise surprise, took away Arcturus to use for whatever the hell her plan is gonna be. So, we just have the rest of Thursday to spend, and as you can see, the Void has already pretty much destroyed most of the world. We only have this little fragment of Japan left. It's pretty bad. You know what? I spent some time with Yamato, so we just got him back. Yamato is patrolling the city.
Ah, it's you.
Searching for takoyaki.
Takoyaki, huh? I haven't had that in a long time. No, it is regrettable, but with the world in this state, there is no time for treats. By the way, what do you think of this world?
It's actually kind of fun.
You haven't changed at all. Even a world as twisted as this seems fun to you. This world is still a far cry above the second.
Yamato smiles and stares at you.
However, if it wasn't like this, it would mean my time in the Akasha Stratum was for naught.
Yeah, you know why Yamato's telling us that this world's a far cry from the second? Because we're in this one. You know how much Yamato loves us. Thank you, Yamato.
No need. You ought to thank Alcor instead. Without him, we would never have been able to regress past that world. It was a terrible place. Nothing but death and despair. But what is he doing? It isn't like Alcor to get himself captured.
Are you worried about him?
Why? Should I be?
Just seems like you are.
The simple fact is, we have need of his powers. It would cause trouble if he were to keep sleeping. That's all there is to it.
Let's hurry up and rescue him then.
You're right. We'll rescue Alcor as soon as matters are settled. You and I together. We won't lose this time.
Hell yeah, we won't. Yamato walks away with a fierce smile on his lips. Oh, good old Yamato. And you can join Skill Crack with us. Oh, we got another Yamato event. I might go with Hinako's again, though. Now let's go with Yamato, because I know for Yamato's ending we have to have him at a certain... I think we have to have him at a certain rank. And that's the ending, of course, I'm going for. Daichi calls your name.
Hey man, how are you doing? We took down Arcturus, so there's a relief. Now that Yamato's back, I realize how dependent we were on him.
I feel like we need to reward him.
That's a good idea. We can get him a present or something. The only problem is, what do you get for the guy who has no interest at all? Speak of the devil, there's our Prince Arrogant. Perfect timing. I'll just go ask him right now. You wait here.
That's such a good idea. Daichi runs off to Yamato.
Hey! Yamato!
Stop yelling, Shijima. I am not deaf.
You're about to make him deaf, though.
Oh, my bad. So, totally casual thing I gotta ask you. No biggie, just wondering, what kind of stuff do you like?
Smooth as hell, Daichi. Never would have even guessed that you're asking him about his interests.
What do I like? Willpower is great. I tend to approve of strength, physical and otherwise.
You know what? That was on me. I was totally unclear there. Let me phrase it this way. Like, is there anything you want?
Capable personnel.
Daichi, you're still not getting the question across clearly.
Huh. Okay. Oh, hey, I know. If someone, not me by the way, wanted to, hypothetically, again, not me, get you some kind of present, what would you enjoy?
I don't need your charity, Shijima.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Sorry to bug you.
Huh?
Daichi comes back with sagging shoulders.
Critical failure, dude. I couldn't even get a whiff of the idea of a hint.
Useless Shijima.
Come on, man, don't go all Yamato on me. Have mercy. Don't you think I get that enough?
Yeah, I know you
It'd
do.
probably be best if you asked him yourself. He likes you.
Yeah, he's in love with me, man.
I know. I was the one who suggested it. But will you please ask him? I'll go see if I can scrounge up some intel from the others.
Daichi walks away powerlessly.
What are you doing there?
Yamato walks toward you. Would Takoyaki be alright?
A tempting offer. I thought there was protocol to these situations where you clumsily bandy about for hints and deny accusations first.
Ah, so you know how it works. That's good.
I presume this is merely a continuation of Shijima's conversation from earlier? What are you two plotting?
I was hoping to get you a gift as thanks.
I see. I suppose I can accept your offer if that's the case. However, I do not lack anything at the moment. Whenever I am in need of something, I look into the cause of the problem and solve it. That's simply how I've been living.
Come on, take a breath, Yamato.
Of course, I do understand your intentions. I will have to examine this matter again in the future.
Yamato walks away. No further on that, but hey, Yamato rank 3. Not bad. Alright. You know what? Yeah, I want to talk to Hinako again, because like I said before, I really like her triangular mark events. Hinako is sighing wearily. Feeling glum?
Not at all. I'm happy. Super happy. Crazy happy. The kind of happy that freaks out people around me.
You're clearly not. You detect false cheerfulness from Hinako.
You shouldn't worry about me. We gotta focus on Miyako. She's supposed to call soon. You shouldn't be wasting precious time loafing around in a place like this. Besides, I'm real picky about my bread. It's gotta be a hearty sourdough, still warm from the oven.
What?
Wait, the hell am I talking about?
What are you talking about? Have you gone mad finally, woman? If something's wrong, I'll listen.
You can see right through me, can't you? If you insist. Will you hear me out?
Always.
Thanks. I was raised in a really strict household, so naturally I was expected to keep my worries and feelings to myself. You know, keep it together, don't panic, conceal, don't feel, that kind of stuff. I guess I got into the habit of hiding my weaknesses and my real feelings behind a smile.
Hinako looks down and exhales a small sigh.
Do you remember when Irie was depressed? And I guessed the reason right away? Because I felt the same way. I don't ever want you to disappear. When Irie was sad, I put on a smile and lied. To her and to myself. By acting like I wasn't afraid. Doing that day after day, it just starts to wear on me. That's what's really bothering me. What should I do?
Depend on us as we depend on you.
I know you're right, but I just can't. Maybe I am a coward after all. I'm afraid you all will be suddenly let down if I show you how weak I really am.
Aww. I'll accept you no matter what.
What? You really don't mind? Thanks. I don't really know how to react. Huh? Hey! Isn't that I?
Hinako points her finger at the distance. You see Irie rushing towards you. She really has a penchant for just running up and screaming, doesn't she?
What's wrong, I? You're gasping for breath.
Oh, it's nothing. I just had this strange feeling, so I went out on patrol.
What?
Hold on, Sherlock Hina. What's this all about, You and Hina? Together? Talking?
Irie?
Huh? There's nothing like that going on, right?
There's everything like that going on.
Hey! Cut that out!
Ow! Don't punch me.
The comedy routine's not flying today? You and Hinako, huh? I see what's going on here. Sitting in a tree, perhaps? Kissin.
Jeez,
Hina.
Jeez, Hinako, when she gets mad, she just likes punching people.
Fine, if that's how you want to play it. I'll just have to interrogate you later.
Sheesh. He was just listening to my problems. That's it.
Huh? Problems? Oh, so just discussing your problems. I see.
What's got you all cloudy skies suddenly?
Nothing. Just you talk about all this stuff with him, but not with me.
Oh, Irie,
Just kidding, Hina. I know that I'm not entirely dependable, and I might be a little immature, but you listen to my worries all the time. And you always say stuff like, there's no reason to hold back from your partner. And that's true, so I want you to lean on me too, Hina. I'm your partner. I promise I'll always do my very best to help carry your burdens. That's all. I'm going now. Bye.
Aw. Irie runs away. Hinako falls silent. You doing okay?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You guys are right. I'll work even harder. I promise. And I'll try to learn how to lean on you, my friends.
Yeah, let's open our arms up for a hug.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't mean literally lean on you. That's asking a lot for my first time depending on somebody.
Come on.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. Here we go.
Hinako timidly places her forehead to Xander's chest.
Don't hug too tight, okay? This isn't so bad after all.
Aww. Hinako blushes and looks down. Oh, she's adorable. Hey, in rank 5. That's a new fusion. Because I know I didn't get her up to rank 5 last time. Isis. Ooh, that's pretty good. Max. I'm pretty sure Isis is a Megami? Well, we'll find out. Oh yeah, I forgot Okuniushi. She's on Caribbean above. Actually, I think Isis is too high level. Is she? Show silhouettes. Ah well. I guess we'll find Isis when we find her. Let's talk to the people we have at 2 first. So Fumi, Makoto, Jungo, Otome, and Keita. Let's start with Keita. Keita's shadowboxing. He notices you watching and walks over.
Phew. What's up?
You're all psyched up.
I can't neglect my training. We still don't know what that Miyako chick is thinking. Hey, you hear that?
You hear people yelling in the distance. Let's go.
Fine. They're so loud they're breaking my concentration anyways.
You and Keita decide to check out the commotion.
Hey, kid. You want to give us that food, don't you? Because you got a heart of gold, huh? You give us the food now, and we'll give you 3 times as much next time. How about it, kid?
This is for my mom and my little sister.
What was that? We couldn't hear you, Squirt.
Oh, Patrick Sates, why are you a punk now?
Those bastards.
Didn't we see this happen before?
You remember it too, huh? It was while we were dealing with Polaris. Those assholes were taking food from people. Made me sick to my stomach. And those stupid cowards were just giving their food away. They didn't even fight for it. It's like all the weaklings got together and decided to piss me the hell off.
Oh, I'm sorry for you, Keita.
I said no. This food is for my mom and my sister. You can't have it. I have to protect them. Dad said so.
Look here, brat. Who do you think you're messing with? When I say give it, you give it.
The kid's got some guts.
No! I'll never let you have it.
That's right.
All the volunteer members are gathering.
You don't have to give them anything. You all got your share of rations earlier. Why don't you act like adults?
Oh, you want to fight? Look, lady, I won't hold back just because you're a chick, got it?
You're gonna have to fight all of us.
Bring it! Do you know who I am? I'm the sharpest shiv in the Kita district.
No, you're Patrick Sates. That's just as much reason to be afraid, to be honest.
Would you just shut up? Get out of here!
Damn, lady. The volunteers glare silently at the thugs.
Yeah! Get out!
Damn you!
Y'all better watch your backs. I'll remember your faces. Payback is coming! Eventually!
Alright, dude. That's convincing. The thugs run away. Looks like others have grown too.
You think it's not just us? That they have some of their experiences from the other world? Whatever. That's a waste of freaking time. Seems like everything's gone quiet, so I'm gonna get back to my training.
Kata runs away. Kata cares. Deep down. Somewhere. Alright. Let's talk with... I guess Makoto. Makoto and Ronaldo are talking.
I know this won't change anything, but are you really sure you want to leave, Gyps?
It's a little late to be asking that, Ronaldo. It's like a full day after she made the decision.
In the last world, you were steadfast, no matter what I said.
Don't misjudge me, Kuriki. I've given this decision a lot of thought. You've changed too. You fight without letting your personal feelings cloud your judgment.
I suppose you're right. My apologies, that was a foolish question. Let's fight for peace, Makoto. Together.
For peace and justice, huh? It used to bother me so much when you said that in the other world. Now, it's not so bad.
Let's start fresh. I'm Ronaldo Kuriki, and I look forward to working with you.
I think I can do that.
Makoto and Ronaldo shake each other's hands.
Excellent. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Ronaldo leaves the area.
He's a reliable comrade to have.
I'm getting a little jealous, Makoto.
Jealous? What? I just meant as a teammate. Yeah. You always get me to bite, huh?
Yep.
Kuriki was just concerned because I left Gyps. We've had a fair few battles because of our loyalties, but I think our goals were similar. I guess we are alike. In the previous world, he hated Gyps and I was unwaveringly loyal. But the strength of our convictions were the same.
Yep.
At least now we managed to work out our differences.
You've gotten a lot stronger.
Thanks. Makes me proud to hear that from you. I know now that I have to fight for humanity, not Gyps. I learned that with you in the last world. Besides, if I'd stayed with Gyps, Chief Miyako would have captured me and I'd have no choice but to fight for her.
Do you hate Miyako?
We may have failed to arrive at a compromise. She's still an honest person. Chief Miyako will always choose the most efficient method to save lives. She may seem cold-hearted, but I think it's because, more than anything, she hates to see people die. Still, our ideals of right and wrong don't match up. I want to save everybody. I can't accept her methods, but I understand them.
I think you're right.
If there ever comes a time when we need to engage Chief Miyako, I will not hesitate, because I believe in you, and our friends, and in my own justice.
Let's do our best.
We will. I'm honored to be at your side again. So, could we shake hands?
Makoto holds out her hand. Secret handshake number 199.
Huh? Number 190, what? I totally fell for it again, didn't I? Guess I still got a lot to learn.
Oh, she's adorable. quick before. I actually want to do this because I'm not sure if this one disappears or not. So, let's try this. You and your companions gather at the command room, or is this just the progression?
There's a problem.
A problem? What problem? Did something happen?
With Arcturus out of commission, the void should have ceased its spread. It has not.
That's troubling.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. I've compared reports from multiple areas. The void is still closing in around us.
Oh man. Oh no.
The spread hasn't stopped near Osaka or Nagoya either. It has slowed down since we defeated Arcturus, but at best it only gives us a little more time.
But why? If the void isn't stopping, how much longer do we have?
It's difficult to get an exact number, but I'd say a day, maybe 2.
1 day? Why? We defeated the Triangulum. We did everything we could.
We defeated them?
Of course we did. We fought Tenebula, Spica, Arcturus. That's all of them.
No, hold on, we haven't. We technically haven't defeated them.
Yeah, we've only incapacitated them. They're still alive.
Huh? They're not destroyed. They're in Miyako's custody. Maybe that's why the void hasn't stopped.
That is a possibility, but we can verify that the attack against this data in the Akashic Record has ended. If their assault had not subsided, he would be gone by now.
So, where's that leave us?
It leaves us in a world that will soon be consumed by the void. That Miyako woman claimed the astrolabe was shut off. How does she know about its existence?
Maybe Saiduk told her.
That might explain why she knows about it, but that doesn't explain how she knows it will remain shut off after Arcturus' defeat.
Yeah.
Most importantly, has the astrolabe actually ceased to function? Can we really trust her words?
She seemed very sure when she said it. Chief Miyako does not make claims like that lightly.
If her claims are true, then our situation is even more dire.
Yeah, this world has already been heavily damaged by the void. If we use the astrolabe to regress the world, we'd be able to invert the damage. But there's no chance of doing that if the astrolabe really is non-functional.
That was our plan. Defeat Arcturus and return to the Akasha Stratum with Alcor to regress the world again. It would seem that now we need to reactivate the astrolabe somehow.
Reactivate it, huh? If we asked Saiduk, he might know something that could help. Unfortunately, Miyako still has him captive.
Yeah.
And the Triangulum, too. It seems that girl is holding all the cards within her grasp.
We know that she has a plan, that it involves sacrificing the 13 of us.
What do you think Chief Miyako's plotting?
To save the world?
Chief Miyako does seem to know more than we do about the astrolabe and the Triangulum. You think that perhaps she's using this knowledge to try and save the world?
I don't think she's a bad person either. She's been trying since the beginning to protect humanity from the Triangulum. And she did come to save us.
You're such a sucker. She's probably only been helping us because she needs us for her master plan.
There is too much we do not know at this time. Perhaps we should wait for her to contact us. I have other business to attend to anyhow.
What business?
I had planned on investigating how this world's chips can control the Dragon Stream. It became quite apparent in the battle against Arcturus. My control over the Dragon Stream is much weaker in this world. As it stands, I am no match for Miyako Hotsuin. Odds are, we will need to face her one day, and I need to be prepared for it. For now, stay sharp, and keep your eyes on Miyako Hotsuin. Dismissed.
You all leave the command room. Alright. Damn, I have a lot of maca. Maybe I'll go fuse something later. I don't know. We're still at 2s now. Fumi, Otome, and Juno. Alright. start with Jungo. Not a park. Jungo is surrounded by dogs and cats.
Look, I met my kitty again, and many new friends.
Oh, are they his family? Are they all his family?
They're all his family. I'm having them test my chawanmushi.
Jungo cools down his chawanmushi and spoon feeds it to Jungo.
Do you like this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about this one? No? You don't like this one? Okay. It has room for improvement.
Little kitties are trying to climb up Jungo's shoulders.
That tickles! It took a long time, but we finally met each other again. I'm very, very, very happy.
I'm glad, Jungo.
Me too. I still met up with all of you, even though I didn't have my memories yet. That's because our bonds are strong. They last even between worlds. That's why I was able to meet him again. We couldn't meet earlier because I was busy fighting to protect important things. So now I'll do everything I can to protect him and this small happiness.
Jungo scratches Jungo's throat. You just have to leave Jungo there and walk away. Jungo and his army of animals. And now we're on what the future holds. You receive a call.
Hey, we're getting the transmission from Chief Miyako. Everyone's at the command center already, so you better hurry.
Alright. Call ends. You find everyone already gathered in the command room.
Oh, there he is.
Now that all of you are here, let's begin.
Okay, I'll patch her through.
Miyako's transmission begins.
Good evening to all of you in the Nagoya branch.
Do not bother with formalities. We have questions, and we want them answered. Tell me what you know about the astrolabe, and about Alcor. Where are you keeping him?
I have no obligation to answer that question. I will only say that he is safe for the time being.
All right, that's good to hear. Any chance you'll just give him back?
I doubt.
No, that is something I simply cannot do.
Okay, back to the astrolabe then. You said its functions will remain shut down even after Arcturus' defeat. What did you mean?
I meant exactly what I said. Even should you slay Arcturus, the astrolabe would not reactivate. This is because there is no rightful administrator.
There should be one.
Are you referring to Alcor? He is not an administrator.
Why the heck not? He took his place on the heavenly throne. Besides, he already managed to work the Akashic record so that we could regress the world. Twice!
He is insufficient to become an administrator. Therefore, he would not be capable of reactivating the astrolabe.
Then, how do we reactivate it?
If Arcturus had succeeded in taking the heavenly throne, that would have reactivated the astrolabe.
But Arcturus was trying to destroy mankind. We can't allow something like that to become administrator.
Yes, I agree. Allowing Arcturus control of the astrolabe would have been unthinkable. However, if we wish to restore the parts of this world that have been devoured by the void, we require the astrolabe.
Chief Miyako, you speak as if you have such means. Do you have another way to reactivate the astrolabe?
We need to create a true administrator, preferably one that won't attack mankind.
Create an administrator? Is that even possible?
It certainly is.
How?
My plan at its fruition will make Alcor into an administrator, with the right to sit upon the heavenly throne. To achieve that, I will require the cooperation of all 13 of you.
Did you lock up the Triangulum for the same reason? That's why the void's still spreading. Because you won't just destroy them.
I can see how you would come to that conclusion, but your speculation is just that. The void has not stopped because there is no administrator upon the heavenly throne. Its current spread is unrelated to the Triangulum, now that their functions have ceased. I have been keeping the Triangulum in a near sleep state because I intend to make them swords.
Swords? Are you going to fight someone?
The swords are the servants of the administrator. They carry out its will.
Just as the Septentrions were Polaris' swords.
Polaris had the Septentrions,
Yep.
and Arcturus had Denebula and Spica.
Alcor was not recognized as a legitimate administrator. He had no swords to command.
Well, Alcor was a sword himself.
If we repurpose the Triangulum to become his swords, he will truly be able to claim the title of administrator.
You can do that?
Only if the 13 of you cooperate.
Now, when you keep saying cooperate, what does that entail exactly? I should probably tell you that I may have to sit out any strenuous activity this could involve.
I need all of you to become part of a device that will turn Alcor into the administrator.
Part of a device? What does that even mean?
Once you become one with the device, your consciousness will cease to be. All sensation, thought, and physical activity will be halted, and you will remain suspended in a state very close to death.
What? That's... Oh, man.
No way!
Everyone seems to be deeply worried and confused.
How long would we have to stay a part of this device?
If you truly wish for peace, for all eternity.
Right. You're taking this joke way too far, Miyako-chan.
I am sorry to say this is no jest. There is no other way to save this world. Once you enter the device and Alcor becomes the rightful administrator, the astrolabe will reactivate. At that point, he will use the astrolabe to regress the world once more, returning it to a state before this destruction began. As long as Alcor remains administrator, there would be no threat from others, such as Polaris or Arcturus. There will be peace once and for all. And the only ones capable of fulfilling that role, becoming one with the device, are the 13 of you.
We're the only ones? Why?
It is the mandate of Providence. I am unsure how much you are aware of regarding the Administrator and the Astrolabe, but as the ones who defeated Polaris, only you have the right to activate it.
Because we have administrative authority.
Administrative authority? What's that?
I'll explain later. All you need to know for now is that the 13 of us are necessary to use the astrolabe again.
Yes. All 13 of your lives must be sacrificed for the reactivation of the astrolabe. And I too shall sacrifice myself to see this plan fulfilled.
You too? And why is that?
Because my existence in this world is unnatural.
What do you mean?
Now that my brother has returned to this world, I should not be. I am an anomalous existence. If I remain, there is a chance the astrolabe will not reactivate. In order to safeguard mankind, I must be sacrificed as well.
Miss Miyako, you're okay with that? How can you speak of sacrificing yourself without hesitation, without fear?
It is because I am Miyako Hotsuin. I am humanity's guardian and shield, the head of the Hotsuin family. It is not only for the sake of my duty. I wish to protect humanity. I wish to see them live in peace and prosper. We all know someone whom we wish to protect. Friends, family. Please, you must understand.
But even if it is to save humanity, it shouldn't require a sacrifice. It shouldn't come at such a cost. Miss Miyako, just as you hold humanity dear to your heart, there are many who hold you dear the same way.
You're so strange. Most people would be angry or in denial with all this talk. Yet, it seems as though you are more concerned for my well-being than your own.
Of course we don't want to die, but we don't want anyone else to have to die either. Which is why we don't want you to sacrifice yourself. We will do everything we can to stop it.
Alas, there is no other way to save this world. My plan will ensure the most lives saved for a small sacrifice. I wish to protect the people of this world, and I believe in you. I know that you will come to understand me and agree. I will contact you tomorrow morning to hear your answer. Farewell.
Hold on. How do we know you're telling the truth about any of this? We want to talk to Saiduk.
You will just have to trust in me. It is all I can ask of you.
Transmission ends.
So, to save the world, we have to die.
This is way too big of a decision to make right now. And besides, we don't know if we trust what Miyako-chan has to say on the subject, yeah?
At least her explanation of the triangulum makes sense. If Falcor were not a rightful administrator, it does stand to reason that Arcturus would appear to replace him.
Yeah.
I feel there is a great deal of truth in what she told us just now.
Then, if we don't do what Miyako-chan says, we won't be able to use the astrolabe. Ever. The world will just end up swallowed by the void, and we're finished.
I suppose we should agree on our answer by tomorrow morning, then. You are all dismissed. Try to get some sleep.
The command room empties in a contemplative silence. Alright. Let's end off the day and we'll end the episode, too.
Oh, well, hey there! Looks like you had yourselves another busy day. I made a little summary about all the cool stuff you got up to today. Well, wanna hear it?
Sure thing.
Alrighty, let's give this a go. First off, you got a checkup from Otome last night, so you woke up in the infirmary. After you had a stretch and brushed your teeth, you discovered that Mako escaped from Gyps. It turns out she didn't discover anything about what Miyako Hotsuin was plotting, but at least she got out safe. Phew. Then you guys went to the Sky Tower to save His Excellency. Along the way, you beat the snot out of some pesky Gyps agents guarding the terminal. You snuck into the underground facility all stealth-like and talked with His Excellency. That's when, spoiler, you found out that Yami has been in the Akasha Stratum this whole time. I didn't see that twist coming. Now, to make this all sorts of complicated, His Excellency was being held captive by the Dragon Stream, so you'd need Yami to break him out. Except there was no way to get to the Akasha Stratum, so, there was no way to get Yami. We were all trying to figure out how to get up to that giant space library, when out of nowhere, bam! Arcturus o'clock! You put up a good fight against Arcturus. Full points for trying, but in the end, there was no way you could topple it. I mean, what's with that cheap ability? It's cheating, I say. 100% not fair. So don't get down, sweetie. It's not your fault.
Thanks, Tico. That means a lot.
So you guys were gonna run. And at that very moment, Miyako Hotsuin showed up to lend a hand. Finally! But then again, it was probably only because she needed you guys alive for her vague, mysterious plan to work, right? Oh, when you guys were holding the line against Arcturus, your friends got more of their memories back. That's when you realized that this was actually the third world. There was a whole second world before this. It turns out you guys, well, most of you, already fought the triangulum in the second world. That's really sad, though. It would have been nice for you guys to have had a little peace and not remembered all that bad stuff. It's not right, and it's not fair that things had to happen like this. Tico is near tears over here. On top of that, your friends figured out why you're the only one who didn't have that dream. It's because, well, you didn't exist in that world. It makes so much sense now, right? Right? Right! After that whole big fight, the void started spreading really, really fast because of Arcturus. It was all, super not cool. So you guys were all like, sigh, fine, I guess we need Yami's help to beat Arcturus. Because it turned out, in the second world, it was Yami and His Excellency who took Arcturus down for the count. So, Fumi happened to stumble on a terminal that Gyps was trying to keep hush-hush this whole time. And behold, it was a terminal that could send you flying all the way through space to the Akasha Stratum. As soon as you got that news, dun dun dun, disaster struck and you got a death video of Yami. So you guys were all like, no, Yami, we have to save him.
Exactly like that.
So then you went to the Akasha Stratum, which is where you learned why Yami was up there the whole time instead of down here, helping. I guess the Triangulum were trying to destroy your data in the Akashic Record, and Yami stayed behind to salvage and restore your data. See, it's all confusing because remember how you totally didn't exist in that super bleak second world?
Faintly, yes.
It's thanks to Yami fixing up your data that you were resurrected in this one. Of course, it wasn't all hugs and high fives. You found out that if Yami stopped restoring your data, you might maybe disappear.
Which is why he was all like,
I have no intention of returning to the material plane.
but then you were all like, please, and he was like,
Sigh, I suppose I consent.
I don't think Yamato voices his sighs, but I'll let that one slide because it's you, Tico.
you promised him that you'd totally demolish Arcturus before you disappeared. Yami was all swooned by your charm and your suaveness and your cuteness, and he decided to come back with you.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was swooned by my cuteness.
So you and Yami formed the super epic team of Arcturus smashing, and you guys smashed Arcturus. And that slowed the spread of the void, which is awesome, but it didn't stop it, which is less awesome. And Miyako Hotsuin said it was because the astrolabe was shut off. Then, at night, Miyako Hotsuin called and she finally told you about her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff. It kinda sort of involves sacrificing the Triangulum, herself, and all 13 of you, so yeah. But doing all that would totally make His Excellency the rightful administrator. According to Miyako Hotsuin, her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff is the only plan for totally saving the world and stuff. But to make that work, she wants you all to sacrifice yourselves. She ended the transmission after saying she'd give you until tomorrow to make a decision. But, you know, when you think about it, can we really trust what that woman says? Is Miyako Hotsuin's plan really the only way to fix the world? Oh well, I got no clue. Well, that about wraps up today's big events. Okay, have a nice week!
Alright, so let's save and we'll start things up again in the next episode, where we're going to make our decision on what exactly we're going to do with Miyako's plan. Will we accept, or will we reject her plan entirely? And I think you all know what I'm going to do. So, I'll see you guys in the next one when we obviously reject her plan. See you guys then. Bye!